up, friends? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. I'm Erin, and for today's video we are going to be talking about fun facts and Easter eggs that are found in The Nightmare Before Christmas. So The Nightmare Before Christmas is obviously a cult classic at this point. It is one of my favorite movies. I like that it can be interchangeable. I can watch it during Halloween if I want to, or I can watch it during Christmas time. Kind of the best of both worlds. I just love the movie. I love most Tim Burton movies, so no surprise that I like this one. So The Nightmare Before Christmas came out on October 19th, 1993, thus making it the 25th anniversary of The Nightmare Before Christmas, which makes me feel a lot older than I already feel. Can't believe it has been 25 years since this movie came out. So obviously the movie says Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm pretty sure it says Disney on there too. I haven't actually looked at the movie cover itself in a while. A fun fact is that Tim Burton actually didn't direct this movie. He was actually too busy at the time directing Batman Begins, because that whole franchise of Batman was coming out at the time. And a man named Henry Selick was actually the director of the movie. Now obviously Tim Burton himself came up with the theme for the movie. He wrote the movie, came up with the whole premise of the story, but Henry Selick is the one who directed it. Now, the plot of this movie was inspired by a clash of holiday decorations in the store, which I think we can all appreciate. Now, I am more of a fan of Halloween than Christmas. I do like both holidays, but I prefer Halloween more. It's my favorite holiday. And nothing gets me more upset than when they start to put out Halloween decorations, and while they're putting out the Halloween decorations, they're also putting up Christmas decorations. Why? Can't we wait until after Halloween? At least start putting them out, like, you know, in November. November 1st, yeah, sure, go ahead, put up the Christmas stuff. But they literally put out the stuff at the same time. And I will actually go ahead and venture to say that this year, especially in Walmart, there was not as many Halloween decorations and such as there normally is, and I felt like there was more Christmas crap out already than there was Halloween stuff when it was Halloween time. That's where we can get the whole Merry Hollow Thanksmas thing going on, obviously. The Nightmare Before Christmas, when Tim Burton came up with the idea, he didn't expect this to be a movie. He actually expected it to be a TV Christmas special, much like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Frosty the Snowman, all those good classic shows. But it ended up becoming a movie. Now obviously, technically, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Disney movie. And obviously it's one of the more darker Disney movies. Now, Disney fought with Tim Burton to actually have Jack Skellington have eyes in his eyeball sockets, because they felt that he just looked too dark of a character without having eyes. Well, guess what? They lost that battle. They also wanted to make a CGI sequel to this movie, and Tim Burton nixed that. He did not want that to happen. He rejected it. Tim Burton actually said that he's very protective of his movies and he does not do sequels or things of those kind. So I will say that that's kind of a disappointment, because that means that there probably is not going to be a second Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. I love all Tim Burton movies. But I can see where he's coming from, saying, hey, I don't want to, you know, make a sequel to this. And really, why ruin a good thing? Because typically sequels are not the greatest. The only one, well, I don't know though, because like Toy Story, all those movies are really good. So I will say that the sequels to Toy Story were good. It is Disney. But there are some not so great sequels to animated movies too. Like, I'm personally not a fan of like Return of Jafar or the Lion Kings that came out after the original Lion King. So could have been hit or miss. Like I said, we're going to talk about some Nightmare Before Christmas Easter eggs. Now, most of these Easter eggs are not actually found in The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's more Jack Skellington showing up in different movies. And some movies that he showed up in actually came out before The Nightmare Before Christmas did. So obviously Tim Burton had this idea of Jack Skellington just kind of hanging around for a while. If you check out the Mad Hatter's tie in the 2010 version of Alice in Wonderland, you will see that some of the spots that are on said bow tie of the Mad Hatter actually have a very striking resemblance to Jack himself. And like I said, Jack also made an appearance in a movie that came out well before The Nightmare Before Christmas came out. If you pay attention in Beetlejuice, when the ghost of Beetlejuice kind of rises up and out of the model town, if you look at the skull on top, that is good old Jack himself. It seems to be. Now, they don't obviously go back and openly say that that is Jack Skellington, but obviously Tim Burton had the idea to have Jack as a character at some point, and you can see the likeness in this ghost that's rising up out of the model town. Now, another Tim Burton movie that Jack can be found in is the movie Big Fish. Now, truth be told, I have never actually watched this movie, but I found that there were Easter eggs in it, so I decided to include them in this movie. And apparently Jack's reflection can be seen in a fishing lure at the beginning of the movie. The other thing that is in Big Fish is apparently the spiral hill that is in The Nightmare Before Christmas is seen on Ed Bloom's tie. Now, this one I had no idea about, but when I saw the pictures and I went and looked, it actually does happen. Jack Skellington is found in Finding Nemo. Now, you may ask where. There is the scene when they are kind of all gathered in the tank, and if you pay attention to the bubbles that are coming up, you can see one that looks like Jack Skellington's head. And apparently Jack also makes a cameo on the show Robot Chicken. He can be seen in the episode that is called Grown Up Halloween. There's also something from Nightmare Before Christmas that can also be seen in another Tim Burton movie, which is Sleepy Hollow. The smiling pumpkin that is on the scarecrow in that movie is actually a pumpkin from the gates of Halloween Town. In Disney's The Princess and the Frog, Jack makes an appearance there as well. When Dr. Facilier is summoning the spirits, if you pay very close attention, one looks just like Jack. Jack can also be found in the movie James and the Giant Peach. He is seen in the pirate scene and is actually referred to as Captain Skellington. So these next couple Easter eggs are found in the actual movie Nightmare Before Christmas. When the children wake up to get their presents, if you pay close attention, one is wearing Donald Duck pajamas and the other one is wearing Mickey Mouse pajamas. So that kind of is like goes with the whole hidden Mickey thing that Disney has going on. If you haven't heard about hidden Mickeys, I definitely recommend looking into them. They're kind of interesting. They have hidden Mickeys hidden throughout parks, movies, anything Disney, there's probably a hidden Mickey in it. The next thing that is an Easter egg is, if you pay attention, the giant striped snake that can be found in the Nightmare Before Christmas is actually a nod toward Burton's Beetlejuice. It looks like the scary snake, or even it looks to me like one of the sandworms that is in Beetlejuice. Now, Tim Burton himself was actually supposed to have a cameo in The Nightmare Before Christmas, but apparently the scene got cut because Disney thought that it was just too dark. And you may be asking yourself, well, what the heck was so dark that Disney didn't want it in there? And apparently it was a bunch of zombie skeletons playing hockey, and the hockey puck was Burton's head. So Disney unfortunately cut the scene. So that's it for Easter eggs, where you can see Jack and things from The Nightmare Before Christmas and other movies, as well as Easter eggs that are found in The Nightmare Before Christmas. The ending to Nightmare Before Christmas is not what the original ending was supposed to be. In the original ending, Oogie Boogie was actually supposed to be Dr. Finkelstein in disguise, but that ended up getting changed. Okay, and one of the last fun facts that I found out about The Nightmare Before Christmas was that Disney actually wanted to make a Nightmare Before Christmas ride, and this ride was supposed to be at Disneyland. Well, Burton said, no, That's not gonna happen, because I believe he owns 50% of the rights to the movie, and he just said, no, we're not doing that. So no Nightmare Before Christmas ride. However, that being said, I think that Disney kind of circumvented the whole there not being the Nightmare Before Christmas ride. Now, I'm not sure if this is just a seasonal thing in Disneyland or if it's this way all the time, but I do know that the Haunted Mansion there has, I think it's just during the holiday season, but I could be wrong because I've never actually been to Disneyland. I'd love to go, but I believe that the Haunted Mansion there during the holiday season it's Nightmare Before Christmas theme. They pretty much changed the ride so that there's Jack Skellington and the whole story all over the place. So I think they kind of circumvented the whole there not being a Nightmare Before Christmas ride. And I'm not sure if the Haunted Mansion in Disney World does this around the holidays. I don't think it does, but I've never actually been there around Christmas time, so I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out sometime, I guess. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think about all these Easter eggs and fun facts about Nightmare Before Christmas? I thought that they were really cool. I find this type of thing really interesting. I mean, I've made other videos about Easter eggs in movies, which I will have the playlist for those linked down below if you want to check them out. And I just find it really interesting. I think it's kind of cool how with Disney they hide things in their movies. I mean, obviously Disney is not the only one who does this, but I just find it neat that they kind of give nods toward other movies that they've made in different movies, if that makes any sense. Anyway, if you like this video, guys, give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!